We're back catching up with two young couples
Ready?
who wanted places to nest.
Can I ask you to do the great lying down?
There were some tricky moments
By the magic of telly. Yeah! Sorry, strange men come with this house.
and some even trickier ones.
He's bitterly disappointed.
So somebody else I know.
Shut up.
And now it's time to see what's been hatched.
Wow! Have you moved?
This week we're catching up with a young family who'd sold their first home but hit a brick wall when it came to finding their next one. Our other house hunters were first-time buyers who wanted an exact replica of the place that they were renting. But it was in one of the priciest parts of the country. I've come back to see how it all panned out. In 2018, we were tasked to find a larger home for husband and wife Claire and Matt and their daughter Ivy in a sought-after spot of Leamington Spa. And in 2017, we were sussing out pricey Surrey for first-time buyers Johnny, working in marketing, and Lou, a teacher. Together 7 years, they'd found each other through internet dating.
Lou was actually my first date that I had online, which is good.
I was on it for about 6 months. He was my last official date before, if it didn't go well, I was gonna stop dating.
I just wanted to kind of date and have sort of some fun and just, you know...
Sow your seeds.
And
Even so, a relationship soon blossomed. That is, until Johnny dropped a bombshell.
He goes, oh yeah, by the way, I've got my lifelong dream to go travelling. See you later.
But realising they were onto a good thing, they decided to travel the world together.
And now, 4 years on, they're married and looking to get on the property ladder.
our motivating factor is really because we want to take that next step in life.
It would be nice to actually settle and find a base to call home.
Yes.
and hopefully have the pitter-patter feet.
Their dream? To buy a carbon copy of what they currently rent. A 2-bed, mid-century style flat with gorgeous wooden floors and loads of storage.
I love the big windows. You do get a lot of space.
Needs to have 2 bedrooms, could be 3, you know, you never know.
Parquet flooring would be amazing.
But there are just 2 problems. The teacher of the family wants to carry on living in Waybridge, one of the 10 most expensive towns in Britain.
And while the area does boast a lot of mid-century flats, their enticing features usually mean they're in high demand.
I definitely need my hands slapped.
We are naive first-time buyers.
We
We've been
don't-
renting for so many years now. We need to be educated.
Education from Kirstie and Phil.
Well, you know what they say, education, education, education. So, you are looking to settle down.
Yeah.
Which is great, but I'm thinking, slightly scary.
Shall we? Really scared.
Yeah.
Scared of what?
Just committing to buy.
Yeah, to buy.
We've had some bad experiences renting. We've had tales of condensation. Mopping the walls going, Johnny, it's all wet. It was horrible.
You're currently renting in Waybridge. Do you know what that would sell for if it were on the market?
400 to 450.
Yeah, to 450.
You're about 100 grand out.
Yes.
What you're looking for is very realistic architecturally in terms of what's available in the area, but not in your range. We're talking 335 for a 2-bed flat here in Weybridge.
Yeah.
Be lovely to get that, Kirstie.
We better get on with it. So, drink up. Looks like you've got a gin and tonic there, Lou.
Yes.
Well, Kirstles, finding something in their price bracket might drive you to drink as well.
Quite. Having saved a decent deposit and with a mortgage, Lou and Johnny have £330,000. 335 at a real push to find a spacious 2-bed 60-style flat boasting plenty of storage and parquet flooring.
They'd also like easy rail access to London to visit their old haunts, as well as a lively village and the school where Lou teaches to be within walking distance. With Waybridge often requiring deep pockets, we're stretching the search further afield to the likes of West Byfleet for Johnny and Lou. And our other search is 95 miles north in Warwickshire, focused on the equally popular central Leamington and its suburbs of Covington and Lillington. Hoping to move up the property ladder there are Leamington lad Matt, who's in IT, and his Liverpool lass Claire, who's in PR.
Claire is a nightmare. She is on the go 24/7. She'll be restoring a piece of antique furniture one minute, and then she'll be going off and visiting friends in Liverpool the next minute.
It took time for liver-bird Claire to settle in Leamington after finishing university.
People from Liverpool often dress up a lot, you know, they've got their tan, their eyelashes, their hair, and I felt like not everybody did that here, so I kind of stuck out a bit, you know. Rollers in the hair at the garage is not a done thing in Leamington Spa.
While Claire's heart is on her sleeve, Matt's head is firmly on his shoulders.
When my mum first met him, she said she couldn't have knitted a better one for me, so we like him.
Well, I am very funny. 1, 2, 3. Yay!
Ivy is wonderful, beautiful, completely crazy. She wants to climb, she wants to run. So we need more space for Ivy now and for a potential future child.
Currently renting, they have viewed around 35 properties, but still haven't found the one.
I feel that we've looked at every single house in Warwickshire. No houses have had everything that we want.
There's a lot of competition for houses. There's probably about 10 people for every viewing.
These two are more than up for a challenge. Their previous property, their first together, was a doer-upper, where they turned a huge profit of £100,000, doing a lot of the work themselves.
I came home from work one day and she had half the dining room decorated, and bear in mind she was about 8 months pregnant at the time.
It was just a new kitchen, bathroom, log burner, sanded a few floors, you know.
They may be modest, but that work has given them a great deposit for their next home, which they mean to spend wisely.
I hate the idea of compromise, but I know Kirstie is big on it.
And I'm hoping she'll be convinced by Kirstie to compromise. I think in terms of both of us, I'd say you're the picky one.
Yeah, I have good taste. That's what it is.
Clearly, Claire knows what she wants, but that doesn't make life any easier for her or Matt.
Matt, what's going wrong if you've seen 35? Is it sitting next door to you?
I think it might be. Yeah.
You've bought a house already,
Yeah.
added £100,000 to its value and sold it.
Yeah.
You don't need me.
On paper, we don't. In reality, we do. We want 3 bedrooms. A lot of the time, the 3rd bedroom is a box room, and we want open-plan living space, ideally a big kitchen diner. One of the issues we have is that because we like older properties, you don't often get that.
You don't get that. It's more compartmentalised.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not worried about doing work. You know, we're quite happy to knock a few walls down, move things around.
You've got £390,000 to spend. So tell me your areas that you want to be in.
We want to be in Leamington. We both work in town. Ivy's nursery is in the centre of Leamington, you know.
And we're really familiar with the areas.
I feel like because we've looked at so many houses, kind of lost the will to live a little bit, moved into rented and completely sort of stopped the looking for houses. I feel very much now ready.
Do you think you've rebooted your search?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right, well, let's go and find your house.
If Claire can put her pickiness aside, then this reboot could reap rewards. With an impressive budget of £390,000, Claire and Matt have cash profit from their doer-upper plus a mortgage.
3 good-sized bedrooms is a must, inclining them towards the room proportions of older properties.
This could make finding open-plan kitchen diners tricky, but not impossible.
Location is all important. Commuting to Leamington and proximity to Ivy's nursery a priority.
Cubbington is the location for my first property, a village on the outskirts of Leamington.
Location is ideal. Both Claire and Matt's work is less than 10 minutes away.
And I'm rather pleased with this pretty Victorian terrace.
I think we should just go straight in because it looks like it's about to rain.
This 3-bedroom home is set over 2 stories. Its period stylings, both inside and out, should meet Claire's approval.
Ground floor flows front to back from the dining area, through a roomy kitchen, into a family living room, which opens up into a secure garden for little Ivy.
Upstairs are the 3 all-important good-sized bedrooms thereafter. There are even bonus period features of 2 original fireplaces. At its heart, this is very much a family home.
And for the couple who aren't scared of doing work, converting the attic would give even more space. This house is on at offers over £375,000, 15 grand under budget.
Size-wise, how does it compare with other things?
Size feels good. Instantly feels spacious when you walk in.
It does, yeah. There's a good running length for Ivy to go from the back to the front of the house,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Well, that's taken care of Ivy, and her mum and dad seem keen too.
It feels connected and very much a family environment.
Yeah. Go and have a look upstairs and see what you think.
Okay.
All right, great.
Well, with a couple who've seen and rejected 35 houses, this is a pretty good start.
This is a good size for the third, isn't it?
Yeah, perfectly reasonable size.
It's not a box
You
room.
can get a decent-sized cot in there.
If that's the third bedroom, then that's the biggest third bedroom we've seen.
Sounds like every room is delivering, Kirstles.
Yep, I'd say they're practically moving in.
So far, so good. Sometimes it does just happen. Only sometimes, though.
I'd say take it when you can get it.
Right, what are you thinking upstairs?
I quite like it.
Matt?
Yeah, I think it's good.
It's quirky.
So can we say that we've set a high bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, you two, we've got other houses to see.
You're sounding pretty pleased with yourself.
Yep, that's a strong contender and gives me the chance to try a curveball.
We're back visiting two couples who were looking for homes that would allow them to grow their respective families. In Leamington, Matt and Claire had rejected 35 houses, but Kirstie got off to a cracking start.
So can we say that we've set a high bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
And in sought-after Surrey, first-time buyers Johnny and Lou wanted a place to start a family. Ideally, a nest exactly like their rental.
They're aesthetes, aesthetically aware. If you tell me you don't know what that means, Phil, we will have to stop. Okay.
I do know what that means.
What it looks like really matters, and it has to be kind of 1960s. I am worried that I won't get it right, and I think they're about 100 out on their
Never
budget.
stopped you before.
The challenge, though, is that Johnny and Lou love Waybridge, where the average flat sells for almost £425,000.
But despite the odd hurdle, I found them the neighbourhood and the 60s architecture they love.
Only a mile from the town centre, every journey they need to make is roughly 30 minutes. Lou's walk to school, Johnny's commute, and even the stroll to the nearest train station.
So, location.
This is really good.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Standing here, we're either going to be compromising on size or condition.
Right.
I know which, obviously, because I've seen the flat.
But focusing on the things they won't be compromising on, we have open-plan living, freshly decorated, and loads of natural light.
There's even masses of built-in storage and a loft, not to mention Lou's parquet flooring.
The kitchen is a little on the compact side, but there's no such problem in the bedrooms.
And at £325,000, it's also a rather pleasant 5k under budget.
Right, so parquet flooring. Ta-da!
Oh my God.
Wow.
And it has a south-facing terrace. I have to say it's incredibly family-friendly. Who's the cook?
It's me.
How keen a cook are you?
I'm reasonably adventurous.
Have you ever cooked on a boat or a ship?
This is
This is probably a lead into something, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. That's Kirstie's way of saying the kitchen, although well-designed, is not huge.
not much turning room, but...
There's enough room to swing a cat there, isn't there, which is good.
So it's not a deal breaker?
I don't think so. I think it's a decent enough size, to be honest.
Okay. So, bedrooms.
Okay.
And here there is absolutely no shortage of storage or space.
Johnny, can I ask you to do the great lying down?
Yes!
People think it's like a gimmick, but it does absolutely illustrate how big the room is.
There's enough there.
not bad, is
there.
In that case, we can move swiftly on to how I would rework the bathroom.
I would double mirror it, and it would feel much, much bigger.
I need a notebook to take down all your facts. And...
Careful, Lou. Before you know it, she'll be getting a sledgehammer out.
No need, Phil, especially when there's also al fresco living on offer.
What are we thinking?
I feel very positive. I quite like it.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the size. I'm pleased with what we get for our money.
And it is in the place that we want to be.
It is, yeah. It's a nice
And-
location.
I get my flooring.
We've got to go and see a second property because we're meeting Phil Spencer now.
I'm excited.
Don't be. He's bitterly disappointed. Small, fatter than he looks on telly.
As well you know, Allsop, it's pure muscle.
Back in Leamington with Claire and Matt, and after positives for my first property, I think I can afford to show them something that's a bit of a challenge. Bringing them closer to the centre of Leamington than Property 1, this 3-bed 1930s semi needs quite a bit of work to transform it into a modern family home.
And I've come along to help size up the scale of the job.
So what's going on?
This needs more work than the last house. So if I was a betting woman, which I'm only on
Special occasions.
very special occasions, I would say they'd go for house number 1 over this one.
Right.
Given what this house could be, possibly safer to hedge your bets. The property is part of an estate currently going through probate and is in need of renovation. The downstairs layout offers 3 family rooms, which could be set in any configuration. Knocking down a wall would open up the long kitchen and create the modern living space that Claire and Matt desire.
Upstairs, modernisation is also needed. But there are 2 larger bedrooms and a smaller third, which is certainly not a box room. Claire will be pleased to hear that.
Once the tumble-down shed is safely demolished, the gardens are yet another blank canvas.
There is an open day this weekend and interest will be high, but we've managed to get in early. The property has a guide price of 350 grand. 40k under budget, so money left over for Claire and Matt to renovate.
Hello, come on in. Hi.
Thank you.
Sorry, strange men come with this house.
I know.
So what you've got to do is imagine that this wall has gone,
Yeah.
and this is your kitchen diner
Yes.
with your front room and a sort of playroom conservatory at the back.
I'm not traumatised by it.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential here, I think.
Loads of potential. It still has a good feel, you know. I'm not put off by it. I'm keen to look at it.
It's going to an open day on Saturday. They're asking for offers over 350,000. And we've been led to believe if they had an offer of 360 before Saturday,
Yeah.
they wouldn't open the door on Saturday. But it will be sold within the week.
Yeah, it will.
Absolutely.
It will. There's no doubt about that. Do you want to look upstairs or downstairs, Matt?
I'll go downstairs, please.
Okey doke.
Why don't I show Claire upstairs?
Let's go.
Well, Kirstie, it's lucky you're not a betting woman, because this place seems firmly in the running.
Yep, I even surprise myself sometimes.
3 good-sized bedrooms. This probably being the master. Does it excite you?
It does, yeah. I love old houses. I love houses that haven't been touched in a long time.
Well, I know someone who's just dying to swing her sledgehammer.
This is 14 foot, so you'd have a kitchen which was 14 by 14.
Yeah.
That would be your kitchen diner leading out onto large garden.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
What with the refurb and updating, there's a lot to take on. My plan would involve removing the wall between the 2 rooms. With the right structural support, there are a couple of different options to create a modern, family-friendly kitchen diner. So Matt would have to be just as keen on this house as Claire.
What do you suspect will be going through Matt's mind?
I think he might be a bit concerned. I don't know if it's a bit too much for him to take in.
Hi.
Here's the man himself. I'll let you two to discuss it. Good luck with that
Lovely.
one, Matt.
Thank you. What do you think?
Yeah, it is. It's a great property. There's bags of potential.
I'm pleased they like it, because this place takes real commitment.
This house is on the market for 350,000
Yeah. They would have to pay 360.
Yeah, it's a great house, but 360, a young family? It's a miracle they've managed to save and find that money.
They've done brilliantly. You've got them in a great position, front of the queue, on a great opportunity. Lovely house.
Yeah, lovely house.
They've got the vision, but it doesn't make the decision any easier.
So have you had enough time to discuss, mull, consider?
It's very tempting, but do we have enough money left over from the purchase price to do it to the level that we'd like to? So we'd have to think quite hard about it, but there's bags of potential.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about stripping walls.
Got a lot to think about overnight.
Yeah.
Well done, Kirstie. 2 houses and 2 hits.
Yep, and I'm not done yet.
In Surrey, for Johnny and Lou's second property, we want to show them there's nothing really to fear looking outside of Waybridge. After all, a mere 20 minutes away in West Byfleet, the average flat costs £150,000 less than it would you-know-where.
The area also offers them a good social life with many a restaurant and cosy pub. And it has the mid-century architecture my house hunters are mad on.
Come on up. Get out of the rain. But can we sell them on an alternative postcode?
Location, not Waybridge.
Not too bad.
Not too bad is good, Phil. There are different compromises. Definitely not as charming. But let's go in and have a look at the flat, because it's got a lot to say for itself.
So somebody else I know.
Shut up.
Thanks to the change of postcode, we now have a flat nearly 17% bigger than the last, giving us open-plan living and a kitchen any aspiring cook would love.
It has 2 decent-sized bedrooms and an ample bathroom. But the biggest advantage to this move, at £290,000, we're now £40,000 under budget.
Leaving Lou and Johnny with more than enough money to make improvements.
If this had parquet flooring, it would look sensational.
You get more for your money in West Byfleet. This is up for 290 grand, and it's 900 square feet.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big
It's a large space, isn't it? Yeah.
You don't seem to be as enthusiastic as you were.
It's not the sexiest view.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
But outlook aside, this flat really does deliver everything Lou and Johnny are looking for.
Let me take you to see the bedrooms. The cook and his cohort can have a proper look at the kitchen.
We'll have a look in the fridge.
Okay.
Then again, spacious as these rooms are, we might be fighting a losing battle.
If it didn't wow you in the sitting room, it's not going to wow you in the bedrooms.
No.
It's all about location, I'm told, and clearly that is the case.
And it seems Johnny's cooking from the same recipe book.
The space is very good, but I don't quite feel the charm that the first place had.
Is that because of the flat itself or the fact that it's in West Byfleet that you're...
I think a bit of both, actually.
We were quite happy with that first one, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I probably should have given up when I was ahead. Come on, lads, we're off.
You sure?
Yeah. Right, we're off.
Oh, you're off?
No, well, it's not suitable, and we shouldn't waste anyone's time pretending that it is.
Glad you get an opinion there, John.
Property One has clearly set the bar high for Lou and Johnny, but I think I can offer them something better.
In Warwickshire, Claire and Matt were very tempted by the project property, but the cost of the work requires some ruminating.
My last property is in Leamington, a leap and a jump from Leamington Centre. Once again, work and nursery are less than 10 minutes away. Another 30 semi, space is plentiful, both inside and out.
How are we doing for location?
Great location, not far from town.
Park over the road.
You two are great. Right, OK, come on.
A 3-bedroom semi set over 2 floors, this house is the finished article. Property 2 may have potential, but here they could move in and just enjoy family life.
Upstairs, there are 2 light and bright double bedrooms and a nursery just right for baby Ivy. As well as that, a fab family bathroom. Back downstairs, the feeling of light and space continues. A dining room with patio doors looks onto a child-friendly garden.
The dining kitchen is roomy and fresh, and just off it's the downstairs loo. This house is in walk-in condition and has a guide price of £370,000, 20 grand shy of their top budget.
That's a lot of light.
So far, so good.
Positive.
Yeah.
Positive, Matt?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a nice feel.
Super smiley. Oh, right, okie doke.
Works.
Phil, this is how you do it.
Thank you, Kirstie.
Now we have the kitchen.
It's
Yeah.
actually
It's
quite
good
big.
size.
It's big.
Considering there's a dining room as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to have a look upstairs?
Definitely.
Property 2 now has a contender for Claire and Matt's affection.
You know what? Sometimes just moving into a house where it's already done and getting on with living your life is a good option.
Oh, this is quite spacious, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The park over the road would be very handy.
Yeah, it's in fairly good nick as well. Oh God, dilemmas.
A good dilemma to have.
So, What are you weighing up?
This house it's very done.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really need to do much to it.
Property 2 is really good, so then we'd have the stress of getting sorted what we want to do with it.
Which house is in the better location?
The other house.
Definitely,
Number
100%.
two,
We know
yeah.
that. Would you like to go back and see property 2?
Yes.
Let's go.
This could go either way. We're back catching up with 2 family-focused searches. One in Surrey with Johnny and Lou, and the other in Warwickshire for Matt, Claire and toddler Ivy.
I'm hoping they'll call the next baby Holly.
Holly and
The Ivy. Dun, dun, dun,
No one else. No, you'd never remember the second line.
Matt and Claire found positives in all 3 properties we showed them in Leamington.
Oh, God. Dilemmas.
But despite the potential and the extra space for starting a family, Johnny and Lou weren't tempted by West Byfleet.
The outlook isn't as charming. We were quite happy with that first one.
It's all about location, I'm told. So we're back in Waybridge, about as central as it's possible to be.
Lou's school is just a 20-minute walk, the train station only 12, and most importantly, Kirstie's found another modern flat that might put her at the top of the class.
How are we doing location-wise?
Very, very good location.
It's like
Very
right
good.
smack bang in the middle of Waybridge.
Big tick for location, then. When you go into this flat, put your blinkers on, OK? Every square inch of the flat
Got stuff.
has got stuff. In fact, I really would like you to just look at the flat from this level, OK? if you could just look at it from about your height up, actually.
Okay.
Good luck with that, Kirstles.
Ready?
Yes, lead us in.
While the current owners may have run out of space, it's easy to see this 2-bedroom ground floor flat has huge potential for starting a family.
Every room boasts good dimensions. Even the kitchen. And ironically enough, there's loads of built-in storage.
On the market at £350,000, it is 20k over budget. But the agent assures me there's a deal to be done.
Eyes up. So you walk into a flat. So this is the sitting room, which, as you can see, has got 6 bookcases in it. This is an enormous room, basically, that's what I'm saying.
It's a great outlook as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic
Really nice.
outlook. And the layout is particularly good. Because the kitchen, well, I don't need to tell you about it. You can see it with your own eyes.
Well, Kirstie, that is the general idea.
Oh my goodness. Here's a kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this is amazing. Oh my goodness. This is really, really cool.
It seems no amount of clutter can blind them to the charms of this flat.
You've got great kind of light coming in. Feels very warm as well.
Very warm.
What I really appreciate is how much value for money you get with this kind of 60s flat.
I think it's good to have the separation as well of the rooms. You know, they're not side by side.
Purpose-built flats like this aren't fashionable, and a lot of people don't even look at them because they want period features. More fool them.
No, it's good. And the kitchen's way, way bigger.
So now we have 2 flats in the running.
So, what is your feeling now?
I think we'd like to go back and see one again. Yeah,
At
to
least
compare.
To compare to
Yeah.
this.
Okie doke. Da-da-da-da-da. After you.
Okay, thank you.
So, 2 in the running in Waybridge. In Leamington, Claire and Matt were fans of all 3 houses, but it's the potential of property 2 that's fired their imagination.
Back for a second look, they're keen to get a sense of the scale of the work.
For Claire and Matt, the sums need to add up, but if they don't buy it today, then it's likely to be snapped up after the open viewing this weekend.
We're told that in order for it not to go on the market this weekend, it's got to be 360. But that only leaves you 30 grand.
Yeah.
Now, I think you can do it for 30 grand, but you've got to do work on the roof. You've probably got to rewire and put in a new heating system. So every penny matters.
There are also some issues upstairs.
My feeling about damp is that when you know where it comes from, it's not a worry.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would look at this and panic. I see no panic in either of your faces.
No, because if you can see it, then you can fix it.
I think these two have fallen for this place, and it doesn't look like any amount of hard work's going to put them off.
So do you want me to try and secure it for you, or do you need more time?
Let's go for it.
I think so.
We like decisiveness around here.
Yeah. Get it
That's
done.
the attitude.
So Claire and Matt have fixed on property 2. And in Waybridge, Lou and Johnny are back for another look at property 1 to compare it with the last flat.
We need the floor plans in.
By the magic of telly. Yeah! I have them. Reception room. This one is 12.9 by 12. Ooh, and the other one from flat number 3 is 2 foot bigger.
OK.
Bearing in mind it's also 25k more expensive.
Meanwhile, this flat has more charm. Though being on the 2nd floor, it's not exactly pram-friendly.
I know the advantages of being on the ground floor, but I think I'm not adverse to having to carry items.
You're sturdy, aren't you?
I am
Get it.
shush.
It takes time.
And I'm thinking if you can save the money, I'm going to need that for the family.
25 grand's a lot of money.
It seems the scales may have tipped in this flat's favour.
Out of all the places that we have seen, this just trumps everything.
To date, 4 offers have been turned down.
I will be back.
Cool.
The hard work really begins.
Has 310 already been turned down?
It turns out the vendor has named a price below which she will not drop.
Interesting.
Now we need to make an educated guess as to what that is.
My feeling is she said 320.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there's any hindrance in us offering 315.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Adrian, it's Kirstie again. Have you got someone currently thinking about a higher offer? Right. OK, if I press the mute button now, Adrian, please don't go anywhere. Mute. If there is someone else interested, they have refused to make an offer because they know we're around and they don't want to do what I didn't want to do.
Namely, start a bidding war.
Shall we try 317 and see what happens?
317. Okay, yeah.
Really? 317? Do you think we can agree it at that, though? Oh, God, but you do know there's a figure.
It's a wait in Waybridge. In Leamington, Claire and Matt have set their sights on property 2, the project. We were told an offer of around 360 could seal the deal and stop it going to an open day. And they'd need to get it at that to allow money for the work required.
Yes. Oh, where did that come from? I will have a chat with my clients and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, Juliana. OK, brilliant, bye. Oh, I needed that to hurt, and it did.
Oh dear.
The valuer told one of the family members that he thought it was worth between 350 and 370. And the 370 figure has got stuck in the head of the family member.
370's pushing it.
It's pushing it too far.
360 is as far as Claire and Matt can go. And we have a plan to sweeten the deal.
Juliana, it's Kirstie. If someone offered 360 and said you can just walk out the door of that house, you don't have to clear it. If you want to leave stuff behind, you can leave stuff behind. That's quite a lot of time and effort and bother that is taken out of the process. See what you can do. Okie doke. Bye.
Offering to take the house and its contents, lock, stock and barrel, may just be enough to clinch it.
Juliana. Brilliant, thanks so much. OK, thanks. Bye. Thank you. That was a little bit painful. Oh, I thought we might not get that. Oh, congratulations. Thanks. Oh, right.
Well done.
An excellent outcome. Time to start rolling up their sleeves.
As for Lou and Johnny's offer of £317,000, the worry is, have we kicked off a bidding war?
We're in a kind of a Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Right. Okay, I'm going to, again, use the mute button. At 3:20, it's yours. Everyone else is locked out.
What do you think?
Do you want me to walk away?
At 3:20, would we take it off the market?
Take it off the market,
Completely.
that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Would you want time to think about it?
No, and it will take it off the market.
Yeah.
Can we go on the 320?
Sure.
Yeah.
Adrian, take it off the market. OK, bye, Adrian. OK, I'm excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's the only kind of bidding war I like. One that ends before it starts.
In the 2.5 years since Kirstie sealed the deal for them, Lou and Johnny have been busy in Waybridge feathering their family nest, which now it very much is.
This is Otis and he is just over, 3 months old.
Otis can hardly spit the dummy at his new digs. His arrival has seen the second bedroom become a very stylish nursery.
It was a little bit of a neglected room, just kind of storing stuff in there. So we kind of wanted to make it a nicer place for him to be in.
You've got big space and some obviously storage and it's a nice little play area for him.
Overall, the flat was in pretty good nick, but Johnny and Lou have built on that, styling it up in every room. And they've redone the bathroom to give it the retro 60s feel they love.
Kirstie suggested to put 2 mirrors opposite each other to make it look bigger, and very fortunate my mother-in-law was giving away a big mirror and I was like, I'll have that, and we installed it in, and I think it does create more light and more space. Thank you, Kirstie.
And another smaller decor decision was sorted by public vote.
We spent a lot of time deciding on the colour of the new front door as well. That was a big thing for us.
That was like a social media question, wasn't it?
It was. Took a poll. We went for the blue, didn't we, in the end?
A fine choice. And there are no regrets about choosing to live on the top floor.
It's not a major thing for us because I love the outlook of this flat. It's not a difficult thing to take him up and down the stairs. I say that whilst he's 11 pounds.
Yeah, he's slowly getting bigger. It's good for exercise, it's good for a bit of weight training, isn't it?
So.
You'll both soon be boasting impressive biceps. Lou was already teaching here in Waybridge during their search, but Johnny's marketing job was in Farnham. He's since found a new job 10 minutes away in Woking.
I work for a charity now, and it's a great job to have. It gives me lots of flexibility, lots of kind of freedom to come home, be home for bath time for little man as well, which is just an amazing thing to have.
Everything seems to have fallen into place, which is wonderful because the journey to parenthood wasn't so straightforward.
Otis is my miracle baby. We went through the process of IVF, and we're very fortunate to have it under the NHS, weren't we? It's quite a difficult process.
So out of the 3 embryos that were there was only one that was kind of a good embryo, and that embryo turned out to be Otis. Oh. Yeah, it did.
Another blessing of moving to Waybridge is that this little family is close to another. Lou's sister Emma and partner Scott live in nearby Woking with their 10-month-old daughter Blake.
She's come over quite often for coffee and play dates with Otis and Blake, and it's just been really lovely to have family nearby, and I can go visit her as well. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. We absolutely love living in Waybridge. It's fantastic for families. There's lots of green spaces, places that we can take Otis into, lots of cafes.
It's fantastic being here.
We couldn't be more thrilled to see such a happy family. Long may Waybridge be good to them. In Leamington Spa, when we last saw them, Matt and Claire were hatching renovation plans. I hope it all worked out. In Waybridge, Johnny and Lou are totally happy with their choice of flat, and young Otis has turned it into that family home. Our other search for a family home was in Leamington Spa for toddler Ivy and her parents. Claire and Matt were clear that they wanted an older property, 3 decent bedrooms and some open-plan space. But when we showed them round a probate property, well, to be perfectly honest, neither of us expected them to be quite as keen as they were. So I've come back to see what they've done to it. Even from the exterior, I can already see big change. Hello, Claire.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you both.
Great to see
How
you.
are things? I hear they've been rather busy.
Still there. A bit hectic, but it's going well.
Come have a look.
Come and have a look.
Like the front door.
Thank you.
When I was last here, it needed work and downstairs was very compartmentalised. Now it most definitely is not. Oh, goodness me. Wow. Have you moved? Is this the same
We're
house?
never moving again.
This is phenomenal.
It's a huge change, isn't it? It's much brighter now.
As per Kirstie's suggestion, with 2 walls down, the previously closed-off kitchen now opens onto what was a garden room and separate living room, allowing for playing, dining and relaxing spaces.
The original floor plan, if you follow that line, went all the way across here.
So this was, I'm now stood in what was a galley kitchen.
There was Matt's hatch just here.
OK. And Claire and Matt have gone one step further by punching through to the front room. So what was once 4 separate rooms is now one flowing space. It looks absolutely sensational.
Thank you.
I mean, what a transformation. Getting it to this rather sterling state was not always a smooth ride. It was an 8-month slog before they could finally move in.
We took off the entire back of the house. It was old, the bricks were decrepit, the roof was rotten. We wanted to put bifolds in, we wanted to put a lantern in, replace the windows. It was just easier to take it all off and start again.
Although professional help was involved, much of the groundwork was done by this industrious duo. Claire spent weekends and evenings stripping back wallpaper, and Matt took to the uneven floors to create a level playing field.
It was absolutely back-breaking. I don't know how people do it, but yeah, it was worth it.
I bet. They were able to move in 4 months ago. 2 bedrooms upstairs still need doing, but the bathroom's another triumph, as is Ivy's room, a priority in the renovation plans. It wasn't straightforward in here, though, either.
This room, the whole bay, was cracked, the plaster was falling off, it was rotten, the battens in the bay were rotten.
Why did you buy this stuff?
I don't know,
What are you
because
doing?
Kirstie made me.
Kirstie's got a lot to answer.
She does, yeah, but look, she knew what she was doing, didn't she? Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that. Fair play, though. Kirstie was the one who struck the deal for 360 grand. As part of the negotiation, the enticement was that they could leave a lot of the stuff.
But we did get through a few skips, but then there were a few gems that were left behind.
Yeah.
So Ivy's wardrobe, I just sanded and repainted that. The toy storage downstairs, there are 2 old dressing tables from the house. Again, I've just sanded and painted and, yeah, repurposed.
Good for you. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, loved it, yeah.
It's evidently a talent Claire has. You can see her touches everywhere. But we know Matt's no slouch either. His efforts also contributed to the hallway's sharp look.
It made a big difference because as soon as you come in now, you can see the space and you can see it's light and it's all freshly painted.
First impressions count, and they definitely work in here, and I do love that blue. What was once a dark, dingy cupboard is now possibly the most stylish downstairs WC I've ever seen, but it's a practical move too.
We're doing potty training fairly soon, so it's great to have it nice and close by.
These two went to huge lengths with this house, including replumbing, wiring, and dipping and stripping doors. They've made a special home, but it can't have been cheap, even with their DIY efforts.
Originally, we anticipated spending about 30,000. I think we've spent between 60 and 65, which is fine.
I'm glad it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
What would it be worth?
In present condition, the estate agent said around 450,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my word. On a purchase price of 360, it's been well worth their time and money, although these two are not thinking of selling. And you certainly can't put a price on the years of pleasure this home is bound to bring them. So what's the priority next?
We'll finish the decorating.
Yeah.
and then we've got some bedrooms to fill.
Get the bedrooms done, then the baby will follow.
Babies take rather longer than bedrooms.
They do, yeah. Start cooking soon.
It was both luck and pluck that meant they could secure the house before it went to an open day.
Had it gone to open day, there's no way we would have been able to afford
A lot
it.
of competition, you get cash buyers turning up, and just wouldn't have had a chance.
You were decisive and, you know, you went for it, which was brave, but it's paid off in bucket loads, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've done what we set out to do, haven't we? We've created an open plan living space. We've made enough room to have friends over. We're right in the centre of town.
And you're still happy and smiling?
Skint but happy.
Yeah. And I shall ring Kirstie on the way home going, it's okay, they did it, they did
Yeah.
it. And you really have absolutely nailed it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, tell Kirstie thanks.
What a transformation. Claire and Matt have achieved so much in just over a year. They really have. And Johnny and Louise are loving life in their Waybridge home, which is ideal for their budding family. Not so much baby steps, but one giant leap for both couples.